So, my encouragement to you today, take those first steps. Fly. You know how most of the time we put our lives on hold, waiting for somebody else to change. Yes, we're praying, and that's fantastic. But we put everything else on hold, waiting for them to change before we give ourselves permission to do the things that we want to do, that God has laid in our hearts. Like maybe it's to go to school, or to start a business, or to even serve in your community. And you think about all the things that your spouse is not doing, or maybe hasn't become yet, and you talk yourself out of doing that thing. You know how I know this? Because I did that. Hi, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Sissy Joko, your online sister that's here to talk to you about things that I've walked in my life, that I wish somebody had had the conversation with me years ago. And today, we're talking about putting your life on pause, and it's masked as patience. Yes, patience is a fruit of the Spirit, but we sell ourselves short because we're waiting for everything to be perfect before we take a move and a step in the direction that we want our lives to go. Let me tell you something. The years are not on pause. Life will still happen, whether you act or you don't act. So if you're going to be intentional about your life, you need to move regardless of the choices your spouse makes. Yes, we're going to keep praying, but you're going to register for that class. You're going to start that business. You're going to be consistent with your family. Don't wait for him to change. Keep building. Don't put your life on pause. These are things I wish I knew early on. So, my encouragement to you today, take those first steps. Fly. You cannot build another adult. You can pray for him, you can love him, but you choose to grow, because you cannot choose growth for someone else. That was never in your hands. I think about the parable where it's in Matthew 25, where the master gave 3 of his servants talents. 2 of them multiplied it and brought it back, but 1 of them buried it. And he was called a wicked servant. But what I learned from that is this, that the master, he said the master was somebody who reaped where he didn't sow. And, he gave excuses of who the master was. But that did not excuse him, the servant, from doing what was required of him. And for me, that speaks to me in these situations, that just because the conditions around us is not perfect, it does not excuse us from moving forward and from growing with what we have in our hands. Your health, your growth, your confidence, your relationships, your finances, your calling, those are your responsibility. So while you've been busy trying to fix his life and pray for him, all of those things for you have been sitting untouched, waiting on pause. And there's no excuse.